Hello guys, today we'll be discussing in this video DFA for the string corresponding to regular expression 0, 0 star followed by 1 1. This is quite interesting. How do you write a DFA for this? Right, first as usual you'll be finding the minimum string in this. So first minimum string is 0 0, right, because 0 0 it is a consecutive two zeros followed by consecutive ones. So the star indicate that is it may appear 0 0 0 times or more times followed by 1 1 0 times or more times. In this case maybe the 1 1 will not be there, right? Then you can take this next minimum string is 1 1. First you have to construct the minimal basis skeleton for these strings. I'll construct first. I'll start with starting state q naught. I'll make this as accept, okay, 0 q1, then you have to come 0. Then which is the final state here? Q naught itself. Q naught itself. So it can take any combination of 0, 0, 0, 0. Right? This also valid string because it contains 4 zeros. Because the star indicate that it can appear 0 times or more times. So it can appear 0. Any number of combination it can comes, will be coming back to the final state. Similarly for the 1, how do you write this? Take a on starting with q naught, on 1 go to q2, then 1 q3, make it final state, which accept, right? Shall I make it this also valid? Are you agree with this? Similarity 4 zeros, this also valid. So since it is starting with 1, right, then it will go to the 1. So there is this much of 1 1s are accepted, remaining input or in input buffer 1 1 will be coming back to q3 to q back on 1, again go back to q3, then this also accepted, right? So I don't know, other combination also will come, right? Look at that, 0 1 0. Is that accepting? No, it is not accepting. Let us, we don't know, the user may give different combination. So already we have a 0 on this, okay, this is accepted, right? But on q1 have to check that whether it is reached the final state or not, that there is no transition. You will have to give this such a way you have to design, even it not should not be work for wrong string. Then make it q4, right? Once you reached this q4 you can treat as a non-final state on 0. So it can followed by any combination, it may come 0 comma 1, which is not accepting. So suppose I give 0 1 1, right? This also will process it, but it is reached the final state or not. Check this, 0 0 1 and 1, but q4 is not a final state, it is a non-final state, it is not accepting, right? There is another combination, look at that. So there is a 1 1 0, this also may give by user, but it is not valid string. Why? So it is not according to our problem statement. So there is 1, right, 1, but 0 is there, right? There is no 0 transition at q3. Then anyway you can give it to q4. Q4 is a non-final state. Non-final state is not accepting. Right. So another combination 1 0 1 0, but it is also not valid. It's also not valid. But look at this, 1 is already it is there in starting from this, 0 is there, but Q2 is not having a 0 transition. Give it to dead state or non-final state 0, followed by this much is over, remaining 0 and 1. Okay. So now is that over? Look at the our condition of DFA is every state have a transition on every input. So look at this, Q0 has a transition on 0 and 1, Q1 has a transition on 0 and 1, Q2 has transition on 0 and 1, Q3 has a transition on 0 and 1, and Q4 is a transition on 0 comma 1. So now I think every combination of any wrong string if we give, it will be landed in the non-final state. If it is given according to the problem statement valid string, it will all will be accepted. So I hope you understand this concept. So how you can draw the transition diagram for given input. So I will see that I will animated some of the animated the diagram for this string. Look at this. So A will be go to B on 0, and similarly on 1 will go to C, on B on 0 will go to A, then 1 will go to D, on C from C 0 on go to D, C on 1 will go to E, D it is finally you treat that as a dead state or non-final state or intermediate state, non-accepting state, anything can call. So it is can give a 0 and 1, then E on 0 will go to D, on 1 will come back to C. Now we have to time for checking the non-final state E and D. As you see in my previous slide, have written entire diagram my own handwriting for explanation purpose. This will be helpful for write down the entire diagram, then I can analyze it and listen my videos, pause it. Any doubt you can comment in comment box. Please try again and draw it, understand the minimal string, what is the problem statement, analyze it, write down the minimal